let us invest 100K or 100,000 Kenyan shilling on stocks, step by step. All right. Probably if you have that budget with you somewhere, let's go step by step. Or maybe you have less than that. By the way, I'm talking about investing 100K on the stocks, but if you have 10K, 20K, a million, whichever, you can use the formula that I'm about to share with you. All right. All right, let's get on the business. This is Good Joseph, and in case you're watching me for the first time and you're wondering, hey, who is this guy? I make videos about investments, where you can invest, how you can invest, and why you can invest. Not because that I know everything, but because I'm a believer, just like an iron sharpens another iron. So do we learn from each other? Leave a comment on the comment section. Make sure that you subscribe. And by the way, don't forget to like this video. All right, see, the budget here is 100K, the money to be invested, and you want to get into the stocks. By the way, I'm making this video on, when is today? The 26th of March 2026. And people are asking, hey, is it best time to buy shares because the shares are kinda going down? Yes, this is the best time to do that. All right, it's the best time to do that. Now, one thing that you're supposed to understand, if the budget is 100K, obviously I cannot recommend you investing in one thing, meaning you put all your money in one company. No, I would suggest you split that money, at least 2 companies. But if you ask me, well, I would say pick 4 companies and put that money there. Split that money into 4. You can split them equally or unequally. What do I mean? If you take 4 companies, you can split that money, give each 25K, 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 and 25K. Or you can have whereby you invest 40K, you can have like 30K, that is 70K, then you can have 10K or 15K or something like that. So you split it unequally. Why? One thing that you're supposed to understand whenever investing in shares, not all the companies behave the same. And whenever you are investing in a company, you are not targeting similar thing from the other company. For example, somebody who is investing in Kenya Re, somebody who is investing in KPLC, somebody who is investing in a company like Car in General, companies like Kabaseed company, you get those CIC Group, Britam, those are people who are largely targeting capital gain. In other words, capital appreciation, whereby you're buying with an idea of these companies moving from where they are to the higher level. In other words, is buying low and selling high. You're targeting the capital gain. All right. So in that sense, I always tell people, those companies, we call them the penny stocks. Penny stocks are these companies that price-wise, I didn't say in terms of the valuation of the company, I said price-wise, price per share, they look affordable. Indeed, they are, because you find one company goes for 3 shilling, 4 shilling, 5 shilling, or something like that. So you can actually decide to, out of the budget of 100, you can get your 20,000 and be like, you know what, I'm going to pick 2 companies, or I'm going to pick 1 company and give the entire 20,000. Then I'm left with a budget of 80,000. Now, what do I do with the 80,000? I pick another 2 companies or 3 companies. I split that money into 2 or into 3, and I put that money there. Again, it's always good to ask yourself, what company are you buying based on the industry that company works on? For example, you can't just go buy everything banks. You can't just go buy everything agriculture. You can't just go buy everything about telcos. You get what I'm saying? So it is good whenever you're buying these shares, you understand. Okay. Well, in Kenya, honestly, whenever you're buying shares, you're gonna likely to have more banks in your portfolio because Kenyan banks do perform very well, that's for sure. But again, it's healthy to mix up the companies. What do I mean? Like, you have some banking, you have some agricultural, you have manufacturing, you have processing, you have services. You get what I'm saying? So that just in case something happens that affects the manufacturing. For example, a day can come and government decide to change the regulations of manufacturing in Kenya. Probably the cost of electricity go up, or probably they say they're going to be charging more taxes or something like that. Something can happen, all right? And that can affect the manufacturing industry, which means, in other words, it will affect the performance of your company. In other words, it means that the people will show less desire to that company that you have invested, which means also the company shares will go down and also the revenue will go down, which means your dividends at the end of the year, if that was your target, will actually go down. All right. So it is good when you have yourself some manufacturing and you split that money in that sense. Why? But whenever you're investing your money, for example, if the budget is 100, of which is in our case, then it's good to ask yourself, is this the only money that I have? All right? Have I invested in other things? By the way, do I understand what is stocks in the first place? Because, for example, right now, a lot of people are panicking, getting me into the DMs, okay? Probably I won't finish this video before a few text comes in. Hey, Joseph, should I sell my shares because they are all showing red and they are all going down? Should I sell my shares? I realize that most of the people, by the way, if you pick randomly 100 people who are buying shares in Kenya, 100 people who are buying shares, over 75% of them, they are speculators. They have invested because they have seen somebody investing, it is trending, everyone is buying, so it's the issue of FOMO, the fear of missing out. So they're just getting in and then they panic. But for those who, honestly, I can say, I haven't been in this game of shares like yesterday. I've been there for quite a while. For those who are already in this market, we totally understand. This is very normal. It happens and such happening. Anyway, back to our conversation before I digress. We are investing 100K. So we can pick 4 companies. All right. I've just mentioned the companies that are good you can go for as far as the what? As far as the capital gain is concerned. And by the way, I have to give this disclaimer right here. This is not a financial advice. This is not me telling you go withdraw your 100K and invest there. No, please understand, investing in shares is a risky affair and you can lose your money. So it is always good to make sure that you contact your financial advisor so that they can guide you appropriately. So take this video for the education purposes, not as a financial advice. Good. Now, the budget is 100. Well, if I had 100 and I want to invest on shares, what will I do? Definitely, I will pick two banks. I will think about picking SBIC Bank, that is the Stanbic Holdings. I will think about picking Stanbic Holdings. I would also put into consideration on the KCB. That is if I'm a conservative investor. I would also go for the Equity Bank. That precisely if I'm looking for a capital appreciation or something like that. I would also think about going to the DTB Bank. Again, that is one of the banks that, honestly speaking, it is one of the undervalued banks in Kenya that you can actually invest there. Shares goes for around 155-ish or 156 there. The Stanbic Bank going for around 258 or let's say 260 thereabout as of today. I would pick 2 banks. Again, it would depend. For me, I would pick the Stanbic Holdings and then I pick the equity. Those are 2. Then how would I split the revenue? I would take 60,000, take 30 and 30, put in those 2 banks. Then I'm left with 40,000. 40,000 I can pick, those are 2 banks. I can pick an energy sector. Probably I can pick the Kengen, put it there. And then I have banks, I have an energy sector, then I can pick one, let's say on the services. Probably I will go for the Safaricom, or maybe I would pick a company such as insurance ones, maybe Kenya Re. Precisely, I would buy a Kenya Re. Although that one is a reinsurance, I would put my money there. So that's how I would split my money in that regard. By the way, I don't know whether how many of you have realized one thing. Insurance companies in Kenya are not doing so well. Okay, Kenya, we have not really consumed insurance. I won't say the way it's supposed to be consumed because I don't have the standard of reference. But if you were to pick a country which is probably like a first world or the so-called first world, and you check on the consumption of the insurance, or if you just go to a little bit developed economy than ours, let's say, for example, South Africa, or if you go to like Mauritius or something like that, you realize that they have consumed a little bit higher insurance. So that's why insurance companies in Kenya don't do that well. Hardly will you hear them registering quite of crazy returns in terms of revenue or something like that. If I was to buy an insurance company personally, and I'm saying personally, I would buy Jubilee Insurance. I usually see a little bit of potential. I would consider Jubilee Insurance. I would also go for the Britam and probably CIC. Yeah, those are the insurance. Not to say that the others are bad. No, that is my own personal view. Always do your own research. I didn't say those are the best, but that's just my own personal view. So yeah, that is exactly how I would pick all those companies and spread across. And then what exactly will I do immediately after investing on those companies? Again, I would ask myself, with this 100K that I'm having, is this the only money I have? Like, I just buy the shares and forget about them. I won't be topping up. It's just the way it is. Or am I looking forward in topping up every time? If am I looking forward in topping up every time, then well and good. What I do is, again, whenever I'm topping up, I have to look across, sort of like I have to divide my money the exact way I did. If I used 60% of the banking industry and still the banking industry is doing good, then I'll gravitate towards that and then I put it across out there. Let's say, for example, out of every month I can save 10K. I can now again split that money in that manner. For example, I can say, hey, 6,000 goes for the companies that I did put more money out. Why? Some of these companies are a bit expensive. For example, Stanbic Bank Holdings. I mean, it's quite expensive. One share is going for like 200 and something, so it's a bit expensive. You can't compare that with buying Kenyari, which is going for like less than 4 shilling or thereabout. Therefore, these two companies are way, they're sort of like different. Okay, so if I'm saving my 10K every month to top up on my existing 100K portfolio on my shares, then I'm gonna split it on that manner, then keep on adding. But again, what I don't like to advise or to suggest is to always stick to, just because the Stanbic holding is doing good today, and I'm using it as an example, does not mean forever you're gonna do that. And it does not harm one day you reach to a point whereby you decide to sell your shares. Always lock in your gain. Always do what? Lock in your gain. Never forget about that. Lock in your gain. I'll never cease to insist on that. Lock in your gain. I repeat, the moment you get some good cash on the stocks that you've bought, lock in your gain. Are we together up to that particular point? Beautiful. Now, let me know on the comment section, have you invested and how much have you invested and how do you love to split your money whenever investing? Do you like take the entire chunk and put it in an investment? By the way, we can have a situation whereby somebody tells me, hey, Joseph, I have 100K, I want to buy shares and I'll be having 100K every month to invest. Tell me, if you are you, how exactly would you split that money and how would you invest? By the way, based on the research that you've done and you've been watching my videos, which I'm glad about, what companies would you suggest in the comment section? Again, let's not make this a place where it's only me talking. Let's have the conversation. Tell us something, suggest something. Maybe we can pick one or two and we can grow from each other. This is good just in case you need my services in one way or the other. My number is always on the description of this particular video. Pick it up, shoot me a text or a call. Let's talk business. But for now, it's a goodbye and see you in the next one.